Hello y'all, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted a video, but welcome to Bougie Living with Jen. And today I'm going to show you what my ex-mother-in-law would call my famous green beans. However, this is going to be a different variant. What I did before was I used canned French style green beans, and I would drain half the juice and let it simmer and cook it. And I will let you know when as I'm cooking how you can do it different ways. Now I have, because this is Bougie Living, I upgraded my green beans and these are cleaner and better. I do use bacon, not bacon grease. I do use the bacon grease, but I drained some. This one I found at Kroger. It's no antibiotics and growth hormones. It says it's from Canada, but that's okay because I like it clean. It says it's humanely raised and gluten-free, so it's still bacon, but it's clean bacon, if that's such a thing. And also, before I had used garlic powders and garlic salts, onion powders, onion salts, or onion flakes. Now I don't use containers. I use the real deal. So I have minced real garlic. I have an onion here, so I'm going to use onion. But first, let's get started on cooking with the bacon. So, and the best thing about this recipe is, like, I'm going to be a trucker driver, so I can use this, I can cook this in a electric skillet if I wanted to. If you travel and you're in and out of hotels for work, you can take a electric skillet with you and do this as well. And there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. Honestly, let me let you in on a secret about my recipes. There is no secret. I do whatever I want. Recipes are foundations, and you can build onto that. So, with that being said, you add as much bacon as you want, you add as much garlic as you want, and you add as much onion as you want. Because I don't measure. When it comes to my side dishes, I don't measure anything. Now, baking is a science. Everything has to be precise in order to get it baked. It has to be exact. But with these, with main dishes, with side dishes, you can do whatever you want. You can make big bite-sized pieces. You can make tiny pieces to like bacon bits. But do it how you want it. So I'm just gonna cut. I use scissors. So much easier just to snip, 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 snip. And goes faster, because if you cut it with a knife, it's really hard to cut bacon with a knife unless you freeze the bacon for about 15 minutes before you start cutting it. And I don't want to go through all that, so looks like I'm going to use about, bacon shrinks up, so I'm going to use, today I feel like only using like 3 slices. This is the 3rd slice, so I'm done with that. I use spatula, I use whatever, it doesn't matter. You can cook with anything and everything, and just do your thing. I'm using a cast iron skillet because I do like food in a cast iron skillet, but you use whatever you have. You can use a pot if you have a pot. You can use a skillet if you have a skillet. You use whatever you want. I'm going to set that aside because I need to put that in a baggie before I put it back in the fridge. Wash my hands. Washed my hands really good before I get back to chopping. Now I'm going to chop my onion. And again, you just use however much you want. You can use half the onion and save the other half for another dish. And that's being frugal. And you still get flavor in your dishes. Again, no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just making my green beans how I like them. And you just pop. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. And these are green beans that everybody likes. I've had people tell me I don't like green beans, but I love your green beans. So this recipe here, it's a for sure winner. And you can get kids to eat green beans. Oh no, one got away. I'm gonna turn this to medium low so it'll cook slow. And then this way I can toss in my onions as the bacon's cooking as well, because that way it gets done at the same time. Don't forget your salt and pepper, and this time I'm not using canned green beans. I am using frozen. I found this, it's Kroger brand. The French style, for some reason, I love the French style. I have also done this with fresh green beans. Just snip off the ends, toss the green beans in there when the bacon and everything's cooked. But I do add a little bit of water so it can simmer and soften the green beans, because fresh green beans are pretty crisp. So I've done this with canned green beans, I've done it with fresh green beans, but now I think I found my favorite, which is frozen, which is still good. I have eliminated many cans out of my diet because I don't feel like detoxing every day from the toxic metals you get from cans. So while they are perishable and for low income, you can use cans. I've done it. I used to live on canned food. I'm surprised I'm still alive. But yeah, so you just do whatever's available to you and whatever you have. If you don't have fresh garlic and onion, what I do is when the bacon is done cooking and I've taken out most of the grease, I put in a little pepper, garlic salt, onion flakes or onion powder. That will work. I do not use the powders and salts anymore. I do use everything fresh. So I am giving you the good fresh recipe. And I like my bacon crisp. You cook it however you want. But this is just, like I said, this is a foundation. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but it will still come out amazing. Looks like there's a lot of grease. So I'll show you what I do here if there's a lot of grease. Be right back. Found my paper towels. These are actually lint-free paper towels. The shop towels are lint-free. So I just absorb some of the grease, because I don't like pouring it into a cup, because I really honestly don't use bacon grease for a lot. only for this recipe. So I just soak it up and toss it in the trash. My bacon is cooked a little bit, so I am going to go ahead and toss in my onion, not the garlic yet. Garlic will burn if overcooked too long, so garlic is always saved for last in every recipe. I did keep some of the grease in here because it will, the onions will cook down and absorb some of it. Just break it up a little bit because I didn't break it up before I put it in there. You can go ahead and, I don't have salt shakers, I just sprinkle a little bit. Because it is a lot of green beans, you'll see. So you don't want them too salty. A little bit of pepper. Last time I did this, that pepper, funny story, the whole lid popped open and a big pile of pepper ended up in my green beans. So I had to rinse those green beans like 10 times. Accidents happen, right? Even with us good cooks. Go ahead and cook that onion with the bacon a little bit. It takes a few minutes just to get the onion soft. Because when you put the green beans in there, it will cook some more. Because you have to, you know, of course, heat up the green beans and cook them as well. So I cooked the onions about halfway. These are steamable, so you can heat them up in the microwave too. But I just dumped the bag in there. They are frozen, but will cook down. Ooh, these are gonna be so good. And like I said, you can do this. Honestly, I've been to weddings where they actually had canned waterlogged green beans. Some restaurants serve it too. I do not like canned, waterlogged green beans. I just, for the life of me, I don't. Ever since cooking it this way, and I just can't eat canned green beans anymore. And I think to myself, all those dinner plates at weddings and receptions, it's like overpriced. And for canned goods, you're paying $10 for a $2 meal. So not worth it at all. I always said if I get married, I'm catering my own. I am that picky. So my page, it says Bougie Living with Jen, but I do have a lot of my own cooking on here. However, I am going to post a video in the future of just different things around the house that you can do to preserve all your necessities and to make it last longer. And so you can keep your money in the bank. And honestly, healthy food like this, it really doesn't cost that much. I mean, this is a lot of green beans. This could feed about 4 or 5 people. So, I mean, it doesn't cost that much. I didn't use a whole onion. I only used a couple cloves of garlic. So, it really doesn't cost a lot to do this. Forgive me. I use my stove for storage. Don't we all? So I'm going to turn it back up to medium because it's cooked and everything, and now the water and the moisture is coming out of the green beans, and so just heat it up initially, and then you can turn it down and let it simmer and finish heating up the rest of the way, and you have green beans. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my garlic. And cook that garlic in there. I like fresh garlic on my food. So when I go to eat, a lot of times I will just mince garlic and then put it on top of my food, because garlic is really heart healthy for you. And they always say that fresh garlic is better than cooked garlic. So, and I've tried that. When I had coronavirus, I ate fresh garlic on all my foods. And I drink anti-inflammatory teas like the turmeric and the ginger and everything anti-inflammatory. And I never had any symptoms other than loss of taste and smell. So I just nipped it in the bud early, made sure that it didn't get worse on me, and I would like to think that that helped contribute to keep my lungs and heart from inflammation. So foods really are good for you if you can get everything fresh. And as you can see here, I could have added like another strip of bacon, but I think this is good. It's gonna be delicious. It really is. And all that's left is just let it cook down and heat up. And there we have our green beans. So I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. If you have any questions for me on how I do anything, or if you can substitute anything, like I said, I've made this same dish 3 different ways, and this is my favorite. So I like everything fresh. I like real ingredients. But yes, you can substitute with garlic powder and onion powder if you like, for flavor. Forgive my dirty stove. I dropped a piece of bacon. But here you have it. A nice, healthy side dish. Again, thank you for watching Bougie Living with Jen. This video is longer because I went through the whole process from beginning to end with you. And so I look forward to seeing you all or hearing from you in the future. Thank you for supporting my channel.